Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Big law. New law goes into effect in Indiana. So we talked yesterday about Illinois with the corporal punishment law for schools, banning that. Got a lot of conversation out of that, a lot of great conversation about it. Couldn't believe, actually, that corporal punishment wasn't already banned. But Indiana, here we go. It affects your entertainment. In late June, a judge blocked an Indiana law from going into effect, which would have forced Hoosiers to upload sensitive documents to pornographic sites to confirm they are 18 or older. A stay was granted for that bill, meaning now the law will be passed.
Okay, so you have to upload, what you're saying is you have to upload an ID to watch porn?
That's pretty much considered a sensitive document, your driver's license.
Okay,
Yes.
some form of ID.
Some form, maybe you got to do a passport if you don't have that, or maybe you got to do
Your
bank,
international,
your bank statement, your ComEd bill.
your student ID from college.
So this is something that's kind of started, I think it started, believe it or not, in Texas. Doesn't seem like a place that would do that first. But where you have to prove you're 18 or older when you go, let's say, to Pornhub. Now, again, I'll be the one that remembers going to Pornhub. Way before I was married, by the way. Never since.
Good.
But it asked you if you were 18 or older, and of course you said, yeah. And then
Who's
you go,
like, no, and gets locked out and like, damn it. Come on.
this is one time not to follow the rules, I guess, in this situation. Now, it's to protect kids from going on these sites and
Which
seeing
is a
things they shouldn't
good
see.
call overall.
Very good. But all of a sudden, you're uploading. It's just weird to be uploading your driver's license to a porn site. I wouldn't feel good
do
about
that.
it. No.
I wouldn't do it. It's a very bad call.
Yeah.
Case, how relieved are you that you don't live in Indiana anymore? This would have been a big hurdle for you.
I've never felt better about any decision in my life than to not live in Indiana this morning. This is, you want to talk about something that would have drastically changed my high school years.
Because you wouldn't have been old enough.
No, it would have caused huge problems. Now, one could argue, and we've made this point on the show a number of times, but the instantaneous access to boobs that we have now in itself is an issue. But thank goodness I am no longer living in Indiana. Oh, my God.
Now,
Isn't it interesting that people are now going to buy fake IDs just to watch porn?
I would have been in that camp.
Like, you know, like usually it's to get into bars. This is to stay inside in your little cave, your sticky cave.
ew.
That's what you need a fake ID for now? Good heavens.
That's why you have socks.
Ooh.
I'm not going to explain that.
Oh, gross. Oh, that was nasty.
I hate boys. I hate them so much.
So I'm sorry for Indiana with this law, but also if it protects kids, I get it. I don't want kids going on sites, but also at the same time, people say, like, we should monitor the internet better as a parent. But then again, how do you do that? My child's too young to figure it out yet, but she already knows how to swipe and enter things on my phone.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to stop a kid from... I've been fascinated by that because I grew up as an adult in the internet world. I didn't grow up as a kid with already the internet. So how do you stop people from going to anything you want on the internet? I know you can put blocks on things.
Yes. So there's child blocks. First off, I would take a search engine off of it. But things like Alexa, like Tristan has an Alexa, but you can have a kid Alexa.
Yeah.
Like there's a child's Alexa that will look up certain things. You're not allowed to say certain things, etc. So like there's apps that block it. Like he's not allowed to be on YouTube. He has to be on kids' YouTube. So that way he can't stumble across everything.
There's a kids' YouTube?
There's kids' YouTube. There's entirely separate apps. There's also, what is it called? I think Nextstar or something weird like that. Coinstar, I forget.
It's not Coinstar.
It's Coinstar.
I know,
And
something
also,
weird.
Nextstar is the media company that owns
Not that.
WGN. I don't think it's Nextstar
It's something
either.
weird.
And I
know.
use Coinstar for my quarters at Jewel.
I see, all these companies exist. There's a weird app, and it's basically kids' TikTok.
Okay.
It's something Star. I forget what it is.
See, but I just
So
think
like that way, like there's no cursing in any of the audio. Certain things don't pop up. Like it's almost just like other kids' videos. So there is a lot of kids app. There's a lot of monitoring. You can download search engines that won't search certain things. So it's an active responsibility because there's so many things. Like you have to be careful and you have to be on it.
Isn't there a way, though, with the kids, how smart they are today, that they can get their way around that, or no? Does it actually work pretty good?
It works really good. Kids Spotify.
Yeah.
My son has Kids Spotify, which is great because none of the explicit versions of songs are available.
Oh, that's a buzzkill.
I know. What's the point of doing something if there's no cussing in it?
When I used to go to the record store and I saw the explicit sticker, I bought it even if I didn't know what it was.
Listen, I just wanted to see he knows that if he sees an E, he has to move on.
Damn.
That's the rule. I'm like, there's an E on that, and he has to move on. Now, listen, His dad's the real prude because I'm like, well, as long as it's the radio version, I don't care. And he's listening to like country grammar, and I got in huge trouble.
Does country grammar have explicit lyrics when you hear the real version?
Yes, there's I guess I didn't pay attention either, and there's a love affair between two women involved in some of the lyrics, and I'm like, oh, well.
I've never seen Brian Google something so quickly.
Well,
I'm like,
so,
listen, every kid thinks it's about cereal. Just leave it alone.
well, I mean, let's try to figure it out real quick. Okay?
You don't know the lyrics to country grammar?
Well, first off, it opens up with Hot S, the real version, where he says the S word.
Yes.
And then he goes like, mm-hmm. And then it goes, I'm going down, down, baby, yo street in a Range Rover. Come on. Street sweeper, baby, cocked, ready to let it go.
I really want you to be careful.
Hot S. So he swears again. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, what? Listen to it pound.
Yeah, so he thinks
Is that a bad part?
He obviously thinks it's shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop. Listen to me now. That's what he thinks it says.
You know what? That's what I thought it said.
I'm just now learning that's not what it is.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Every kid thinks the song's about cereal. Who cares? It's funny. I'm like, Cocoa Puffs are awesome.
You know what? I'm exactly like Tristan in this situation. All right, let's keep going with the lyrics to country grammar.
Later, he does say Cocoa Puffs, but it's also a hint at other things.
Wait, what does shimmy, shimmy, cocoa mean then?
Like, okay.
And use as much detail as possible, please.
I can't. So later, he says, like, he's smoking, blowing up like Cocoa Puffs, like puff, like.
Yeah.
It's all, everything's a drug relation.
Well, the
for
next
most
line in the
part.
lyric after shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, what? Listen to it, pound.
Yeah.
Light it up and take a puff. Pass it to me now.
Yeah. What do you think it's about?
Well, I understand that part, but that's in the radio version.
Yeah,
So I've
exactly.
heard that one.
Yes.
I'm going down, down, baby, yo street in a ring. Oh, sweet. Okay, everything gets passed. It's all again.
Now, where's
Okay.
the part that I got in the most trouble?
You can
for?
find me in St. Louis rolling on dubs,
Yeah.
smoking on dubs and gloves, blowing up like Cocoa Puffs, sipping bud, getting perved, and getting dubbed. What's getting perved?
Okay, I'm not. Hold on. Where's the part that I got in the most trouble?
Well, let me keep going here while you look for your
Yo,
spot.
Brian, you trying to get perved this weekend or what?
I definitely want to get perved. Megan, are you listening? It's a weekend, baby. Let's get perved. Daps and hugs mean mugs and shoulder shrugs. And it's all because accumulated enough scratch.
Oh, this is
Oh,
where
like
I
accumulated enough money.
There you go.
Got it.
Thank you.
Just to navigate it, wood decorated on chrome, and it's candy painted. Fans fainted while I'm entertaining. Wild, ain't it? How me and my money end up hanging. I hang with Hannibal Lecter. Holy S. So feel me when I bring it, sing it loud. What?
This is when I was trying to say this song was fine as long as it's edited.
Yeah.
Roman brought up the lyrics and go, really? Is it? And I go, it's completely fine as long as it's edited. And he said, I win now. Woo. Effing lesbian twins now. See it now through the pen. I make my ends now. And I go, he doesn't know what it means.
Whoa.
Whoops. That
So-
was my bad. I didn't hear that part.
So the
I'm like, I didn't even pick up on it.
I like that you got in trouble and not your 10-year-old.
Well, because I showed him the song. It was on because of me. It wasn't like he was like, I need some Nelly.
Wait a minute. The fifth verse.
There's 5 verses in that
This
song.
is a very long. Well, listen, you have to remember when this song came out. This is when songs were 4 to 5 minutes. Now
Yeah.
they're 30 seconds.
But also
But
the whole
songs used to be 4 to 5 minutes long.
the whole fifth verse is the N-word.
But that would have been edited, you see.
Well, I never heard that part. I only listened.
Because you heard it on the radio.
Yeah, country grammar. Damn. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
Well, it's country grammar, baby. So, anywho, got a little.
Well, Scott, you know what? Then it's probably pretty good. Your Spotify has a little block
I don't
on
think
explicit.
that one's available even without the E next to it on the kids' Spotify.
Okay, I understand a lot better now.
Yeah. No,
Thank you.
I see it.
Brian, do you want to read some of these lyrics? We're getting requests on the text line for you to do it in the Bane voice real quick. you want to give me a bar as Bane?
Okay,
Can you do it?
I don't know.
He looks nervous.
It's a rough morning.
Well, he could barely read it in his voice. It's a lot to take in.
I got to get Bane's music up here. Okay, it's the country grammar. Okay. I'm going down, down, baby. Yo, street in a Range Rover. Street sweeper, baby.
cocked and ready to let it go. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa, what? Listen to it pound. Light it up and take a puff. Pass it to me now.
Oh, well done.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Maybe you're new to the show. Maybe you haven't heard what's going on. But Case the producer, about a year ago, and then all previous to that, I'd make references to movies, and he just wouldn't know any of them. And discovered, after conversation, that the only movie he'd seen at that point was Boys in the Hood, for the most part.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood, Norbit, Monsters, Inc., all the classics.
Sure.
Classics. The
Couple
ones that make
classics.
sense.
Yeah, exactly.
But now, because we had him forced to watch some of the biggest movies that everybody has seen, like Shawshank Redemption, like Braveheart, like Saving Private Ryan, like Footloose and Dirty Dancing, like The Mummy,
No, mommy.
and even Pulp Fiction. And he now understands what he's been missing out on his whole life. At 25 years old, now he's seen the greatest movies of all time. And that led to another one. Now, this is very controversial. People were really aggressive comments against this of watching The Dark Knight Rises before Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. It happened because I fell into a Bane wormhole and did a Bane impersonation on the air, and he seemed to like that. I was intrigued by the character Bane.
Very much so. By the way, let's hear that Bane impression real quick.
Case is about to...
Oh, I screwed it up. Dang it.
Wow.
I choked on...
You choked on pain.
If Case the producer is your friend, your life needs to be analyzed more.
Okay. Sorry, that wasn't that great. We'll see. I'll get there. But here is the trailer for The Dark Knight Rises. He did watch it and was just intrigued about Bane. So this is what it was back in 2012, 12 years ago. 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, by the way. The Dark Knight Rises.
There's a storm coming.
You sound like you're looking forward to it.
What are you? I'm Gotham's reckoning.
Why didn't you just kill me?
Your punishment must be more severe.
Why would you run, Bane?
You should be as afraid of him as I am.
I won't bury you. I've buried enough members of the Wayne family.
You
No.
don't owe these people anymore. You've given them everything.
Not everything.
Now, a great trailer, but we've had so many fun trailers of the older movies because they've been with a great voiceover, like Point Break last week.
That was fantastic.
Oh, it was fantastic.
No, this movie doesn't have an In a World trailer. It doesn't have those.
And it's that guy passed away, sadly. But also, it's not the style anymore. They put the clips of the people in there and just show more quick clips. I don't like it. I don't like it as much. But I feel so weird to not even... I want to ask you about this movie, but you really needed a setup to what happened in the previous movies.
I didn't. I didn't.
You
I
didn't?
could follow along quite easily.
I don't
it's
believe
not
you.
rocket
You see,
science.
this guy dresses like a bat.
Yeah, okay. And there's Gotham, and there's the bat, and there's the cat, and okay, all right, I'm caught up.
There's the cat.
I'm caught up to speed.
Can I ask something without getting ridiculed really fast?
1 second. I want to tell all these comic book people, with all due respect, you guys aren't putting missiles in space. We're putting no one on the moon. I could follow the lore plenty. Kenzie, you may go.
Oh, by the way, you're wrong as hell, but go ahead.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember, okay? Is there Robin in this series? Is there a Robin?
Well, again, in this series, no, but at the end, there is a Robin in this movie. I don't even know if Case figured that out.
It's kind of a complicated answer, actually, Kenzie.
So there is.
I didn't know. I apologize.
He
Because
basically...
it's not standing out to me. And so I'm like, why don't I remember Robin?
Yeah, there's no Robin. He's in this movie, but he's not Robin yet. How does that sound?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
What is this, like Star Wars? It happened backwards?
There's a lot going
Oh,
on.
my God.
Okay.
Why can't we figure this out?
So, Case, since you figured it all out so easy, what's your take and your vibe on The Dark Knight Rises?
You know, on this show, we have things that are said over and over again, right? People know that Brian is 6'4"
Mm-hmm.
To say hello, we say ahoy, yada, yada, yada.
And so on and so forth.
So on and so forth. Something that is not said on this show all that often is something that I'm going to say right now, and it's something I'm so glad that we're here to share this same thought and opinion on. The thing that is not said that often that I will say today is, Kenzie, you are 100% right. Bane is a hero. Bane is for the people.
Thank you.
I watched this movie thinking, wait a minute, where's the Bane series? This is the guy that's doing it for the people, that is freeing the people, that is for the people. Batman's in his way the entire time.
I mean, Bane 2024.
Bane 2020. I know. Hey, come November, I know what my election ballot's going to say.
Yeah, exactly. You have that option. I get you.
You see, what you're doing is you're playing into it and believing that Bane is the healer of society in Gotham.
Listen to every word he says in the movie. It's not, I, Bane, want this. It's, I, Bane, am doing this for you. I'm doing it for the people. I'm a hero to you. And the Batman is the guy that's in the way all the time.
Hey, let me tell you something. Not taxing them either.
No.
Okay.
And taxation without representation over my dead body. Amen, Bane.
Period.
I mean, he's a murderer.
Well, okay. All right.
Give me a president who's not.
Thank you.
That's actually not a bad point.
Bane wasn't super into drone strikes. He's okay in my book. He's a hero. Listen to some of these monologues. Can we go to the football scene?
So this is the football scene that was Heinz Field, but based in Gotham, where Bane makes basically his first real appearance to the people in the movie, when he, by the way, kills some football players.
But listen to his words. This is riveting. This is the kind of thing that I want from a public figure.
Now, we come here not as conquerors, but as liberators to return control of this city to the people. And at the first sign of interference from the outside world,
Batman,
or from those people attempting to flee, this anonymous Gothamite, this unsung hero, will trigger the bomb. And now martial law is in effect. Return to your homes. Hold your families close. And wait. Tomorrow you claim what is rightfully yours.
That's actually the line that I used that got you into Bane on Monday.
Well, it makes sense because it's a heroic speech. Listen to the words that he says. The people, liberator, hug your friends and family.
It's a family guy.
Yeah. So all Batman is doing is he's got like a log in his throat the entire movie, and he's going, I have to kill Bane.
So he just killed some football players that worked their whole life to play in the pros.
Oh, cry me a river.
Their whole life. They're probably like 18.
He also has a nuclear bomb that he's threatening if they don't follow his instruction, he will set off.
Okay, but when they like fight throughout the city, this goes for all these superhero movies, and this is what I don't understand. They all crash through buildings and turn over cars and cause massive destruction throughout the entire city. Bane is the only one doing it with good in his heart.
Yeah.
I heard the word liberation. I'm in.
I mean, honestly, it's like, I felt like I was watching Independence Day when I heard that speech. That was incredible.
It's basically the same thing.
I'm like, oh, well, he's just giving it back to the people because,
I wish I could say more.
Control.
I don't want to ruin the other two movies.
Trust me, we haven't got to my rating yet. I don't think I'm going to be watching the other two movies. You can go ahead and ruin them for me.
Hey, no, you have to watch the Joker with Heath Ledger.
With who?
Heath Ledger. Hey.
We'll go on with your theory that Bane is the good guy here.
Yeah, can we listen to the prison break audio that I've got in there? Because he also, by the way, frees people from prison who were probably wrongly imprisoned.
That's so true.
Yeah, go off, King.
Okay, they were murderers too?
Well, we don't know that.
Or were they just selling a little bit of marijuana, which is now legal, but they still have to be in jail?
Behind you stands a symbol of oppression. Blackgate Prison, where 1,000 men have languished under the name of this man, Harvey Dent, who has been held up to you as the shining example of justice. We take Gotham from the corrupt, the rich, the oppressors of generations who have kept you down with myths of opportunity, and we give it back to you, the people. Gotham is yours. laws. None shall interfere. Do as you please. But start by storming Blackgate and freeing the oppressed.
Okay, so he freed murderers.
The oppressed.
Alleged.
And he said, do with the city what you want.
He is freeing the people from a corrupt politician. As we head into election season, God forbid we have a politician that talks real, that talks like one of us, that isn't one of these coastal elitists.
Kenzie just saluted you. Jesus.
My thing is everything keeps happening here. I don't know what the deal is with Gotham, but everybody else is fine in the entire United States besides Gotham. And I can't even imagine the taxes in Gotham. As every time they beat a guy, it's like, well, let's rebuild the prison and all of the streets and the football field. Is this taxpayers? I can't even imagine living there.
I want to get to a text from Griffin in Streamwood. He says this, Bane, I'm holding the city hostage with a mobile nuclear bomb. Case, this guy has good in his heart and should be president.
I just feel
I just feel like he's misunderstood. I think he is the voice of the voiceless. I think he is a true alternative. And coming away from this movie, I couldn't stand Batman. I don't know why does Batman talk like that?
I know.
Because he's disguising who he is. He's
insane.
Bruce Wayne, the most popular guy in the country, billionaire. So he couldn't talk like Bruce Wayne.
I
Who
don't know.
else could afford to have a secret lair? Is that a big mystery to the town? I don't get it. There's one billionaire, and it's like, oh, this guy funds his own. I don't know how people are connecting dots. I don't think you need Nancy Drew on the case. Well, obviously.
Honestly,
shame on the both of you. You've fallen for Bane's trap, and that's why society will end. And by the way, Gotham is Chicago, not in New York like in this movie.
all I'm saying is it's actually, when you think about it, Brian, when you really think about it, it's more messed up that Batman would lie to us about his identity than it is that Bane is telling the truth about his plans with a nuclear bomb. I would rather have a president that is truthful about nuclear weaponry than a president that's a liar.
What I don't get is why everybody thinks their voice is the only way we can recognize them in all of these movies.
Sean
I can see you, bitch. I don't get it.
Sean just checked in and said, Batman is on Tiffany Henyard's payroll.
I could see that.
City of Dalton. All right, Case, let's get to this now.
Case? Case, the producer, is now seeing The Dark Knight Rises. How do you feel about me?
I love you, Bane. I think you're a misunderstood hero. I will be rating this movie out of 10 Banes because I will not give Batman any credit for this movie. Unfortunately, the movie's almost 3 hours long. It really drags. I did not love it, but I love Bane, so I will give this 5 Banes out of 10.
Okay, 5 Banes.
Can we talk about the fact that the movie's that long because of how long it takes Bane to say everything, most likely?
Very slow talker.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
And Clash with Kenzie is brought to you by the Schaumburg Boomers.
To the boom.
For tickets, go to boomersbaseball.com. You should do that. What a next week. It's supposed to be beautiful going into September. And, man, take advantage. These great days, get out and see some baseball. So we have Katie competing against Kenzie today for Modest Mouse tickets. They go on sale today. It will sell out in a second at the Salt Shed. What a show that's going to be. But Katie, you could get them. Katie, tell us something about yourself.
I am a bartender at a place in Plainfield called Workforce.
What's it called again?
Workforce.
Workforce. What kind of bar is that?
It is actually a brewery.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
Me either.
I'm a big beer person too.
Yeah, definitely come by.
You guys have a good Hefeweizen?
We've got a lot of good stuff.
Is that German? What is that?
That's a wheat beer.
Hefeweizen?
Hefeweizen.
I've never heard of that in my life.
Oh, you got to drink more beer. It's a good one. It's a very clearly that's the answer for Kenzie.
That sounds made up. That sounds like it's in a Dr. Seuss book.
Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen.
It's so good, smooth, especially in the summer. Sometimes they have a little bit of a lemony taste to them and all that. And I love I've gone from some of the heavier beers to a Hefeweizen in my life right now.
See, that sounds heavy. It's light.
It's lighter. Yeah, it's smooth. I can drink 15 Hefeweizens in a sitting.
I feel like you're calling me something. I don't like it. I feel like you're like, you Hefeweizen. Like, stop. You say it like rough.
I told Case the other day you were a Hefeweizen.
I know. But I don't like that. I don't like what
I
you're
remember that. I
saying to
said,
me.
don't say that about my friend Kenzie. That's not nice.
Do you guys serve food at that brewery too?
There is a restaurant type thing attached to it, but it's not like with us.
It sounded very shady.
A restaurant type thing.
There's something called Domino's next door?
No, where you can order food.
It's like a 7-Eleven. You know, be real with us here.
Well, they're using it to launder money. So this is what we're talking about.
All right, so we'll check out the Workforce Brewery in Plainfield, and we'll ask for Katie when you're there.
Absolutely.
All right, first one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, Katie, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Katie?
Heads.
I'm showing Kenzie the coin. It is tails. She's won a couple coin tosses lately. Okay, Kenzie, are you ready?
Yes.
I guess that clapping is ready. What Disney character has a flying carpet?
Oh, Aladdin.
Aladdin is right. To Katie, which Friends star later became a character, Jules Cobb, the leading role in Cougar Town?
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox is right. Back to Kenzie. Give me a name for a two-wheeled vehicle with no motor.
Like a bicycle?
That's right.
Okay.
Some bikes have motors today, though. Katie, what music streaming service did Metallica sue in the year 2000?
LimeWire?
Oh, the predecessor to LimeWire. Oh, what was that, Kenzie?
I believe it was Napster.
It was Napster.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I used Napster.
I remember the news stories with the little face. You know when
Yeah.
Napster's like face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With like kind of like ears.
What was it supposed to be? Because it looks like the old Minnesota Timberwolves logo, kind of.
Yes, it looks like very foxy or
Yeah.
wolfy.
I think it's a devil downloading music illegally.
Killing the record industry.
It's Satan, actually.
I'll tell you what, man. Listen, it was so easy to rip Lars from Metallica for that, but he was right.
He was.
He was right that a lot of these bands today will say, like, you know what, we're not making enough money because
They're not making enough money.
well, there was no way to stop it. I mean, that was going to happen no matter what as far as streaming and the way it came around. But boy, people ripped Lars to death over that. And you know what? He was right. And bands used to tell me that privately. They wouldn't say it on the radio on Q101 when they came on, but private they go like, hey, we're actually glad Lars is doing all that because we're broke. All right, let's keep going here.
3-1 back to Kenzie. She can go up big here.
Kenzie, what does the government agency NSA stand for?
Can you say that again?
NSA.
What does it stand for?
Yeah.
It's in the government?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the question.
The NSA.
Yes.
The National Society Awareness.
You're saying words. Katie, do you know the NSA?
No.
Oh, okay. Do you want to guess any words, though, or anything? Always guess.
No.
Go ahead, guess something. NSA.
New single arts.
That's exactly right. The NSA is the National Security Agency.
Oh.
Yeah, whenever you hear that about the NSA, it's like, oh, the NSA. When they hear about them, it's bad. Something's going on that you don't want to be involved with.
Whatever. Not my business.
3-1 is back to Katie.
Katie, what is the name of the pig in Charlotte's Web?
Oh, come on.
Wilbur.
Wilbur. There you go. Back to Kenzie. What car company manufactures the Impala?
The Chevy.
Chevy Impala. Love the Impala.
Love it.
Love it.
Why do you love the Impala?
Because you get the right rims on an Impala, and you put like 4 subwoofers in the trunk, and the license plates rattling off. That's living.
Why don't you drive one if you like it so much?
No kidding.
Because I'm a family man with my Nissan Rogue, and I love my Nissan Rogue. I love it to
the
death.
Impala's so, it's not like a sports car. You can't fit a kid in the back.
I can't put Harper in the back, and if the subwoofer's rattling the license plate off, she'll be deaf.
Why? She'll like the little, it'll shake her car seat a little. They love that.
Sure. Oh, is it back to Kenzie?
It's back to Katie. It's 4-2. Katie needs a point right here.
Oh, boy. Katie, who had the hit song... Who had the hit song Insane in the Brain?
Insane in the Brain.
3.
Cypress Hill.
Oh, Cypress Hill, she
well
got
done,
it.
Katie.
Love them.
Love them.
Performing at Riot Fest.
Friday! Friday Riot. Sorry.
Friday, you get Public Enemy. You get Cypress Hill. You get Fall Out Boy. You get Offspring doing Smash. What am I missing? NoFX is their first of the final 3 performances. What else am I missing?
A bunch of other good bands.
A lot of good bands.
It's like Kenzie's day. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Right, Mike did that just for you.
I know.
All right, 4-3 back to Kenzie. She can win with a correct answer.
Kenzie, what is 9 squared?
Oh. I think, is it 81?
It is 81. Oh, boy. Katie, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Thank you. Did you have fun, though?
I had so much fun.
Well, here's what you do. Hang up the phone because I'm going to play Red Hot Chili Peppers here in a second. And after that, after the Chili Peppers, we will call out for everybody listening. And you have a chance at those Modest Mouse tickets that will sell out in seconds today. You know what? We have something else for you right now.
Now is your chance to qualify for the golden ticket. Please don't text and drive. Standard message and data rates apply.
Q101.
Well, here we go. The new keyword for the next hour for the golden ticket is broken. BROKEN to 312-591-8300. Text it. Text broken to 312-591-8300 for your chance to win tickets to Lovely the Band. They have a song called Broken. They'll be at the House of Blues Monday, October 14th from our great partners, Live Nation. I love that show being there at the House of Blues.
I know you're going to go to that one, too.
Oh, I love the House of Blues. And then winner qualifies for Q101's golden ticket, access to everything we do for an entire year from Riot Fest to Riot Fest. Speaking of that Friday of Riot Fest, Friday alone will be enough. You get all 3 days and then 3 days for the one in 2025. Golden ticket, text broken. BROKEN right now to 312-591-8300. And again, after the Chili Peppers, we will have tickets for Modest Mouse. A lot of free tickets going out on a Friday with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.